Hi, and welcome back to First Pages at Layman Library. I'm Shannan Hicks, and I'm so excited to bring you two really great books this week. I don't know about you, but it is summertime, it is beautiful outside, and normally I would be on a beach somewhere, soaking up the sun with a nice, cool, fruity, multicolored drink, reading a great book. And the great thing about when you read books and you're on vacation or you're on the beach is you want to read books that take you away to a different world, that give you something that you might not ever get or see in your real life. They're really good fiction, they're light, they have great plots, but it doesn't make your heart race. They're good, easy books to read, and they're very satisfying. So we're going to do two books today at First Pages by two of my favorite authors who are just beach read queens. The first is Elin Hilderbrand, and she's got a new one out, and it is on Overdrive and Libby. So you can download Overdrive on our website. You can download the Libby app onto your tablet, and you can read the book there. So we are going to read the first page of 28 Summers, which is Elin Hilderbrand's newest book. Mallory Blessing tells her son Link, "There's an envelope in the third drawer of the desk. On the left, the one that sticks." They all stick, Link thinks. His mother's cottage sits on a strip of land between ocean and pond. That's the good news. The bad news is humidity. This is a home where doors don't close properly and towels never dry, and if you open a bag of chips, you better eat them all in one sitting because they'll be stale within the hour. Link struggles with the drawer. He has to lift it up and wiggle it side to side in order to get it open. He sees the envelope alone in the drawer, written on the front, "Please call." Link is confused. This isn't what he expected. What he expected was his mother's will or a sappy letter filled with sage advice or instructions for her memorial service. Link opens the envelope. Inside is one thin strip of paper. No name, just a number. What am I supposed to do with this? He wonders. "Please call." Okay, Link thinks. But who will answer? And what is Link supposed to say? He would ask his mother, but her eyes are closed. She has fallen back to sleep. I'm in the middle of reading this one. Trust me, it's a good one. So that is 28 Summers by Elin Hilderbrand. She has got lots of great books. She's got The Rumor, she's got The Identicals. She's also got a trilogy it's the Paradise Trilogy, and it takes place on a Caribbean island, and there's lots of juicy secrets. So I recommend that one too. So our second book is by Jennifer Weiner. And if you've ever, let me see, what movie was that? If you've seen In Her Shoes, she wrote that book. She wrote Good in Bed, that was her first one. And she's got one out this summer called Big Summer. So we'll read that one. I'm also reading this one from Libby. Big Summer by Jennifer Weiner. Prologue, 1994. By the second week of September, the Outer Cape was practically deserted. The tourists had packed up and gone home. The roads were empty, the glorious beaches were abandoned. It was a shame. By September, the ocean was finally warm enough for swimming, especially if it had been a hot August, and the paths that wound through the dunes and cranberry bogs and secret blueberry bushes, the ones that were pickup spots for men in summer's high season, were deserted, and the bushes were full of ripe berries. She and Aiden could fill their pockets and pick beach plums out of their bushes between the cottage and the beach. They would each bring a metal pail, and they'd recite, "Plink, plank, plunk," like the heroine of Blueberries for Sal, one of my favorite picture books, as each plum rattled to the bottom. "You'll go crazy out there," her father had told her when Christina asked if she could take the summer cottage that perched on the edge of the dune in Truro. "It's too empty, too lonely, no one to see, nothing to do." But he hadn't told her no. As the first weeks and months had passed, Christina had come to cherish the solitude and the silence, the slant of late afternoon sun that warmed the floorboards where her ginger cat slept. With the summer people gone, she could have her pick of parking spots on Commercial Street when she and Aiden went to Provincetown. If he'd behaved himself at the grocery store, she'd buy him an ice cream cone at Lewis Brothers or a malasada at the Portuguese bakery. She learned every quirk of the cottage, the way the doors swelled up when it rained, the creak of the roof as the beams settled at night. When there were thunderstorms, she could go out to the deck and watch lightning crack over the water of Cape Cod Bay, letting the rain wash her face as she imagined that she was standing at the prow of a ship, she and her little boy, alone on the storm-tossed seas. Sometimes that was how she felt. Her mother was dead. Her sisters and brother, the closest in age a decade her senior, were strangers she saw on holidays. And her father had been puzzled when Christina had asked for the cottage, then furious when he learned the reason why. "Daddy, I'm pregnant," she said. His face had turned pale, then an unhealthy mottled red. His mouth had worked silently as he glared. "And I'm keeping the baby. I'll raise it on my own." When he raged, demanding to know whose baby it was, Christina had simply said, "Mine." Let's see what happens next. This was 1994. You know they're going to bring it up to present. So those are my two really great beach reads. There are tons more if you like this particular genre. Mary Kay Andrews writes great ones, Susan Isaacs, Terry McMillan, lots of great authors. If you are interested in these, you can call any of our staff and we'll be happy to look up some great books for you to either check out through Curbside or on one of our electronic resources. Until next week, thanks a lot and happy reading.